Hej, siemano wam wszystkim ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i kontynuujemy Memento Mori 2. Powróciliśmy do naszego domu, musimy troszeczkę odpocząć. Niestety dom bez Maxa jest jakiś taki pusty, aczkolwiek nie odrzuciliśmy naszej posady agentki z tego względu, żeby właśnie dowiedzieć się, co tak naprawdę wydarzyło się z Maxem. Czy on żyje, czy nie żyje, w jaki sposób był powiązany z tą sektą. Ale okej, powiedzmy, że zajmijmy się w takim razie odpoczynkiem. Coś tu mamy, półki, możemy się im przyjrzeć.
Let's see what's on TV.
Okej, mogłem włączyć telewizor, płyta DVD z kiepskim filmem.
I don't think I need that now.
Filmy oglądać bez Maxa jest jakoś dziwnie. Książka o perspektywie.
I'll leave it here for now.
Dobra, wyłączyłem telewizor, rachunki są drogie, więc trzeba oszczędzać na prądzie. Pudełko węgli.
I'll leave it here for now.
Okej. Co? To jest obraz Maxa?
That's me. Max always wanted to paint me nude, but I felt too ashamed to let him paint it complete with my face. I was wrong. Now I regret it.
Okej, czyli mamy tutaj nagą Larę. Stolik. Nóż. Nóż prawdopodobnie do tapet.
As a child, I inadvertently cut the hand of our neighbor's son with something similar. It haunted my dreams long after that.
Ale co ciekawe, mogłem go zabrać do ekwipunku. Są też jakieś wydruki.
These papers contain information about Cape Town, but I forgot to take them with me.
Relaksacyjna plastelina.
I don't think I need that now. I don't think I need that now.
Okej, chyba z tego stolika nic już więcej wziąć nie mogę. Spróbuję wejść do łazienki.
The bathroom is almost empty. There are only a few necessities I've already unpacked.
No tak, dopiero co wróciliśmy do Francji. Mały obraz.
One of those paintings that gives you the feeling that someone is watching you wherever you move. It's a bit unpleasant at night.
Szczerze powiedziawszy, kto taki obraz wiesza sobie w sypialni, czy tam w salonie? No nie, ja bym nie chciał twarzy takiego gościa, który by się cały czas na mnie patrzył.
One of his nightmares. His doctor insisted paintings were a good way to get the demons out of his head, but I don't understand why we had to see them every morning.
Ciekawy obraz, kolejny obraz Maxa. No i są też nasze niewypakowane bagaże.
I'll leave this where it is, and cleaning for later.
Coś leży na łóżku.
In haste, I tighten the cord so tight that I won't ever be able to untie it.
No dobra, ale chyba po to wzięliśmy nożyk do tapet, tak?
Max's last painting.
O kurde. Max naprawdę był opętany. Spójrzcie na ten obraz, jakieś twarze, ręce, dłonie. O, masakra. Książka Siła Woli.
I'll leave this where it is, and cleaning for later.
Dobra, wydaje mi się, że nic już wziąć nie będę mógł, ale chętnie się przyjrzę temu obrazowi.
Oh my god! What was that? Am I losing my mind? Damn! Durand.
2 hours for lunch, glass of wine, pause for a game of petanque. So who would bother answering the phone? Let it ring, there's no hurry.
Yeah, on top of which we'd spend most of our time here watching TV series about how you in the States do everything the right way.
Aren't we a bit cheeky, Durand?
You know I had a good teacher. Kira, it has been ages since you last called me. What are you doing? How are you? I'm so glad to hear you again.
Couldn't be better. Oh, I'm alive at least. In any case, I've got an interesting report here from your department. The analysis of that incident from Mission Street. You know what? It's not that bad.
You're calling me from the States only to tell me that the report's not bad? It's teamwork.
My God, you're still so naive. Save that for Renier. It was the two of us who destroyed the southern smuggling route. It's only thanks to us. Those art pieces from Russia and China aren't in someone's living room now. Who else would recognize your thinking if not me?
It's the past, and you've never gone digging in the past. Push on ahead, that's the hardy Irish girl. So, what do you really need?
I want you here. I like your deductions. My boss likes them too. He's already booked a flight for you. You'll see the Golden Gate. Maybe save 3 lives. So?
Normally I would decline, but I'm interested in that case. Really interested. And if you put it that way, I've got to talk to Renier.
Why? We've already got her consent, and your air ticket is booked. See you at the crime scene.
Kira, you...
In your current case, his paintings are suddenly being mentioned. A phone call from an old friend? Isn't it strange how things from the past shape our future? How the past sometimes sends us on a journey into the unknown. Right now you wonder whether going down this road was a mistake. Whether the answers at its end are those you want to hear. But it's too late now, Laura. Too late to turn back.
Akt 3. Zabawa w chowanego.
I saw a lot of places on my way here heavily damaged by the earthquake. It isn't so bad here. The cheap suburban houses are the worst damaged, as usual.
Okej, mamy nowy wpis w dzienniku. No i znajdujemy się w Ameryce. Mamy tutaj jakiegoś policjanta. A, widać, że amerykański policjant, biorąc pod uwagę jego brzuszek. A w kieszeniach pewnie ma te pączki z dziurką.
I'm Larissa Duran from the Office for Art Theft Investigation. Captain Burke has permitted me to look around the crime scene.
The office for what? But, wait, you're the new one from the Examiner, aren't you? Geez, I almost swallowed the bait.
Kłótnia, groźba. Powiedzmy, że mu zagrozimy.
Listen, if you won't let me in, there's gonna be problems. Big and unnecessary.
So you're trying to tell me I'm gonna have problems because I don't let in anyone who asks? Well, you've got that backwards.
Listen, find Burke and verify it.
So you want to keep playing this stupid game? Journalists. 523, 1039, Burke.
523, 1043. What's going on, Edwards?
There's a woman here.
Durand, Madame Durand.
Duran. She says she's from some office that searches for stolen art items.
Sure, she is. Damn, man, you couldn't even remember your own name.
But you haven't...
Jesus, don't hold her up anymore and let her inside. I've got something here to deal with, then I'll come over.
Well, that's a bit embarrassing. I'm really sorry. I really can't remember him saying anything about you.
It's okay.
Okej. No, ta rozmowa z tym grubym policjantem nie była zbyt przyjemna. Ale okej. O, mamy pręt.
This bar is loose. Maybe it will come in handy.
Ale udało się to jakoś na szczęście wyjaśnić. O, kilka przedmiotów z naszego ekwipunku zniknęły. Mamy portfel, rewolwer, amulet Maxa, no i ten metalowy pręt. Dobra, tutaj jest ogrodzenie, a ja się pytam... Aha, tutaj jest wejście do miejsca zbrodni, no dobra. Coś jeszcze mogę zabrać.
That asphalt is still warm and sticky. It hasn't been here more than a few hours.
Wziąłem jakieś kamienie, kawałki asfaltu.
Okay, I'm going to look inside.
Sure, but first I need to see something. Not that I don't believe you.
Mamy odznakę policyjną. Nie, amulet Maxa, poczekajcie. Ja bym musiał otworzyć portfel. I tutaj mam paszport. No dobra, niech będzie.
The correct procedure to prove identification for a SWOA agent is to show this badge and a card containing their photo.
Mam identyfikator w portfelu, ale czy wystarczy, że portfel skieruje na policjanta?
Here's my badge. I hope that's the last formality needed here.
Wait, here's the key. I better lock it. You wouldn't believe what the journalists are willing to do for a couple of photos. Moreover, the FBI crew hasn't finished and they have their things here.
Szczerze powiedziawszy, takie odznaki można kupić na bazarze. Plastikowe podróbki. Dobra, chodźmy do miejsca zbrodni.
Okay, let's have a look at the very reason I've traveled across the ocean. Well, if it isn't my favorite federal agent, you look great as usual. But to get locked up while working?
Laura, have you run across Burke? Because if not, you're gonna see an exemplary idiot. I suppose he's enjoyed outsmarting an FBI agent, but he's damn well gonna apologize for forgetting about me when he locked the door. Idiot.
Sharp as usual.
Pissed off by the stupidity of others, as usual.
Your hair looks good.
Hair? I haven't had a haircut for at least a year. What about you? Still with Max?
A year? How long ago was it when we were stuck in that stinking hole in Macau? 2 years?
More. You know what? I miss it. Only us two naive girls from the Russian and American police, far from all those forms and procedures.
Don't tell me that. So what do you have?
We haven't secured it all here yet, although the FBI has already taken some things away. The police were investigating here too, but we took over quite quickly.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
That's why I needed you. Show me that you haven't grown lazy in Lyon.
No dobra, porozmawialiśmy z naszą starą przyjaciółką. Są załączniki. Ogólnie to jest to miejsce zbrodni, które oglądaliśmy na zdjęciach, nie? Są plamy krwi, jest przewrócony reflektor, schody na górę, jest ta wnęka. No i gdzieś tutaj też powinny być namalowane anioły.
I'd like to take those tags, and those photos too. That is, if you don't mind.
Sure. You can mark everything you consider important here. That's why you're here, isn't it?
Okej. Mam znaczniki i zdjęcia. Pęknięty krzyż.
The cross is heavily damaged. It's hard to say if it's the result of the earthquake, vandalism, or simply the ravages of time. The cross...
Reflektor.
Well, I better not touch it. I don't think that's a good idea.
Zbita żarówka i Biblia. Ale słuchajcie, kiedy my oglądaliśmy zdjęcie z tego miejsca, to ten reflektor nie leżał na Biblii, tak mi się przynajmniej wydaje.
I won't touch it until I know what happened in this room.
Okej, to są te zdjęcia, które my też mieliśmy wydrukowane. O kurde, a to co to jest? Jakieś DNA? Nie mam zielonego pojęcia. Interesuje mnie zdjęcie z reflektorem.
This photo differs from the way the crime scene looks now. I wonder what happened there after the shot was taken.
No właśnie, tutaj reflektor stoi. A na miejscu zbrodni jest przewrócony.
I don't think...
Zastanawiam się, czy mogę tutaj położyć znacznik.
I don't think...
Ale chyba jeszcze nie. My musimy się dokładnie rozejrzeć. No dobra. Czyli wiemy, że reflektor został przewrócony. Też nie mamy zielonego pojęcia, czy było to spowodowane trzęsieniem ziemi. Czy może faktycznie koleś, który skradł te dzieła sztuki, zrobił to celowo, przewrócił, kiedy uciekał.
So here you are. Who might have made you? And why do you have so much in common with Max?
What are you saying? Did you say something about Max? How is he anyway?
Well, I'm telling myself, why is it here? Why just those 4 paintings? Why not any others?
Why do you never answer me when I ask about Max? Did something happen? I don't mean to pry, but look, if you don't want to, don't say anything.
You're right. I don't want to. Please don't be angry, but no, not now.
All right. I won't push it.
Obraz B. Dłoń anioła. No właśnie. Co te obrazy mają wspólnego z Maxem?
It's Gabriel from a painting by Domenico Becciafumi. In other words, it's the Angel of Death from the Annunciation painting. This is part of the Annunciation painting by Philippe de Champagne. The angel is Gabriel, considered by some to be the angel of death. This is the Archangel Gabriel copied from the Annunciation painting by Federico Barocci. Actually, this one led me to making out what paintings these are. If I remember right, this is a cutting from the Annunciation painting by a certain group of masters from Bavaria, and it depicts the Archangel Gabriel, of course. It wouldn't be easy to wipe off the blood. Moreover, why should I do that?
Może pod tą krwią znajdują się jakieś wskazówki.
I doubt it would be wise to tamper with the evidence in any way.
Okej. Skoro Lara nie chce nic tutaj robić, rozejrzyjmy się dalej. Jest rura, która prawdopodobnie doprowadza gaz. Mogę udać się do przejścia. Są też schody na ulicę. Ale jeszcze się na chwilę cofnę w to miejsce. Mamy zlewozmywak. Może coś będę mógł z niego zabrać. Pudełko po żarówce.
It's empty. I'm not getting any coffee from this, and even if it worked, it would be highly unprofessional. The burner is cold.
Wow, co to było za echo?
I won't turn it on idly.
Nie mogę włączyć kuchenki. Umyte kubki.
I hope no one will mind if I take this washcloth.
Wziąłem jakąś ściereczkę do ekwipunku. Myjka. Okej. No nie chciałbym manipulować przy tej ścianie z obrazami. Ale może za pomocą myjki będę mógł coś tam zmazać. Do korytarza na tyłach.
We rejected that escape route as unusable. The corridor leads to the building site next to the church, but the report says the door was locked. There's a strong smell of gas here. Good that the FBI has separated the adjacent room with a plastic curtain, or else Kira probably wouldn't be able to work there.
Czyli gdzieś tutaj ulatnia się gaz.
No! Don't do that! Have you lost your mind?
What? Why? The gas?
Of course! What do you think would happen if there was even a single spark? You don't remember the report stating that the gas is explosive?
Sorry, I didn't realize.
There is still a leak somewhere, so we have to stop it first. Then we have to ventilate the gas that's already here, and then you may play with electricity as much as you please.
Sure, and thanks. Such a stupid, foolish mistake.
Agent Durand? Oh, are you here?
Oh, yeah. You'll surely enjoy him. It's really a remarkable experience working with him.
And what about the gas?
I'll try and find out where it's leaking before you finish with him.
Okej. No to nie było zbyt rozsądne. Prawie wysadziliśmy miejsce zbrodni.
Agent Durand, so you're the one who's gonna show us how to do it right, huh? Oh, my apologies for Edwards.
Don't worry about it.
That man's head is hollow, but people on the streets respect him. I don't get why. Yeah, and here's the FBI report about the technician who wasn't here when it happened.
Raport z przesłuchania Teodora Jaczka. Kod sprawy SIR 3. Agent Samuel R. Thiesen podjął próbę przesłuchania Teodora Jaczka w San Francisco. General Hospital na 1001 Potraro Avenue. Według szpitalnej dokumentacji Jaczek został przyjęty na oddział 24 września o godzinie 14:45. Nieprzytomnego pacjenta przywieźli współpracownicy, osoby, których zaginięcie dotyczy śledztwo. Ucierpiał w wyniku zapadnięcia się tunelu metra. Poza złamaniem 3 kręgów i zwichnięciem prawego barku odniósł głęboką ranę głowy i poważny wstrząs mózgu. Został opatrzony przez pracowników szpitala, jego stan oceniono jako stabilny. Według karty wpisu opuścił szpital 3 października na własne żądanie. Było to kilka godzin przed przybyciem agenta Tiescena, więc przesłuchanie Jaczka nie doszło do skutku. Prawdopodobnie dzięki hospitalizacji Teodor Jaczek uniknął losu swoich współpracowników, którzy zginęli w czasie, gdy on znajdował się w szpitalu. Z tego powodu istnieje obawa, że może mu grozić niebezpieczeństwo. Jego nagły wypis ze szpitala oraz nieznane miejsce pobytu sugerują, że jest tego świadomy. Z powodu powyższych faktów Teodor Jaczek został umieszczony na liście zaginionych inżynierów. Trwa jego poszukiwanie.
Well, continue with your investigation. By the way, it's pretty neat in here, isn't it?
Well, one certainly can't choose a crime scene.
That's right, at least if you're not a psychopath who paints with human blood. All right, it's all yours. It's already been documented both by my guys and the FBI, but if you think you can find something...
That metal door is closed. Do you have a key?
Of course. What do you think, we're totally incompetent here?
Metalowe drzwi.
So could you please unlock that metal door for me?
Let's go. And by the way, have you noticed you've been getting our full cooperation with anything you've asked for? It'd be nice if you mentioned that in your report. And it's open. Nothing's stopping you now.
Podsumowanie śledztwa.
Could we now go over what we know?
Well, we've got 3 missing engineers. The 4th one was lucky. He was at the hospital when it happened. Look at this folder. The culprit? A fanatic out for publicity.
And where would you say those missing persons are?
What do you think? Dead, of course. Their bodies are probably in the bay or dumped somewhere. Now try to do your best. I've got to go deal with Edwards again. And take care not to stumble over anything. One can't be too careful.
No dobra, w takim razie się rozejrzyjmy. Spójrzcie, mamy kolejną grywalną postać. Tym razem gramy Keirą. Musimy znaleźć wyciek gazu. Mamy palnik.
I don't need the blowtorch for anything. Certainly not for solving the gas problem. And I'll leave everything else for Laura to do. Have her make some effort.
Ogólnie czy jest w ogóle możliwość, żebyśmy przełączali się między postaciami, ale prawdopodobnie nie. Mamy odznakę FBI i Glocka 17. Dobra. Papier z niszczarki.
Huh. Maybe I should use a piece of paper to find the place where the gas is leaking from.
Ale żeby znaleźć miejsce wycieku gazu, musielibyśmy przyjrzeć się tej rurce. Tutaj ona prowadzi do wyjścia.
I won't leave until I stop the gas leakage somehow.
Okej. Czyli teoretycznie byśmy musieli udać się do wyjścia. Mamy rury z gazem. No i też jest jakiś panel. Ten wyciek słychać gdzieś z tej strony. Poczekajcie, ja wezmę sobie ten kawałek papieru.
Yes, if I find the correct place, the paper scrap will surely react.
To jest gdzieś tutaj.
This is it. This is where the gas is leaking from. Now I'll wait for Laura.
So?
I know where the gas is leaking from. It's from this joint. I don't think we can fix that, but I guess we could turn off the gas mains.
Great. I think I can do this myself. You can get back to whatever you're doing there.
No i ponownie przełączyliśmy się na Laurę. No dobra, czyli musimy teraz tak pokręcić tymi zaworami, żeby gaz nie ulatniał się w tym miejscu. Dobra, sprawdźmy, na jakiej zasadzie to działa. Okej, czyli ten zawór przesuwa tą wskazówkę.
And done. The gas isn't leaking anymore.
O, udało mi się. Wcale nie było to takie trudne. Myślałem, że zajmie mi to więcej czasu. Mamy palnik.
I think this might come in handy, but it's too high.
Dobra, ale ja w ekwipunku mam pręt. Spróbuję go zrzucić.
I think it's almost empty, but maybe I can use it even so.
Co ciekawe, na cutscence dalej było słychać, jakby ulatniał się gaz.
I'll take the piece of paper. Maybe I can find some use for it.
Może mi się jeszcze to do czegoś przydać.
One has to be careful with a blowtorch. Failure to do so has caused many fires.
No dobra.
Yeah, I can't repair the crack just like that. Actually, I shouldn't try to repair.
Na koniec korytarza. Zapełniona paleta.
I've no chance of moving that pallet.
Ogólnie jest tutaj strasznie ciemno. Nic praktycznie nie widać. Szyb serwisowy.
I can see some shaft under the lid. It probably leads to the pipes and cables under the church.
Brama na budowę.
There should be a building site behind that.
Ogólnie to wygląda tak, jakby ktoś przez to okno uciekał, a te palety nie byłyby tu ułożone bez celu. Tak jakby ktoś po nich wchodził i uciekł przez okno. Ale dobra. Wydaje mi się, że w tej lokacji zrobiłem na tą chwilę wszystko, aczkolwiek mamy wtyczkę kabla reflektorów. Skoro gaz już nie wycieka...
Better not.
Aha, nie mogę tego zrobić. No dobra. Czyli nie pozostaje nic innego, jak rozejrzeć się po miejscu zbrodni. Przewrócone krzesło.
This confirms what I guessed in Lyon already. An overthrown chair, several drops of blood next to it, and a helmet. Someone fell to the ground here straight from the table, or someone made them fall.
Keira.
Kira?
Yes, Laura.
Wspólna przeszłość.
So you think about China often?
Of China, of Russia, mostly of Golovkin's expression when he found out he sold all those smuggled jewels to police agents. We should have taken a photo of him then.
Well, it wasn't so funny then.
But it ended well. So what? It all made more sense then. The work had meaning.
Problems in the agency?
Oh, you don't want to hear it.
Praca dla FBI.
Do you want to talk about your work? About how you are doing?
I don't now. I'd rather not. This work is really cursed. It gets you into situations that probably don't have any understandable solution. No matter what you do, in the end, you'll have to defend it all before some idiot having no idea what you're talking about.
What's happened? Some specific case?
Nothing I'd want to dig any deeper into. You and SWOA are more or less an independent department now, right? You should appreciate that. I mean it.
Inżynierowie budowlani z Argo.
Do we know anything more about those missing technicians?
Argo reputedly sent us something already, but it hasn't gotten to me yet. The internal communication is terrible. Sometimes I think it would be faster to throw a bottle in the sea than to send an email. In fact, the only new thing I've discovered is that Argo originally sent 4 technicians, but the 4th one, a certain Jacek, had to go to hospital. A blessing in disguise.
Znaczniki dowodów.
Am I to put those tags everywhere where I think there's some interesting clue?
Exactly.
But you've already searched here and recorded it all, haven't you?
Well, firstly, we haven't finished here yet, and secondly, if I knew you wouldn't find anything new, I wouldn't rush you here from halfway across the world, would I?
4. technik.
Do we know something more about Jacek?
We'll certainly check him, but I wouldn't expect much. Maybe he will tell us something about his missing colleagues, but that's probably all.
Burkę.
That Burke isn't exactly a genius, but I've seen worse. Much worse.
Yeah? Just wait. He'll surprise you yet. We usually get along with the police without any problems, but he's the exception to the rule.
Zmiany na miejscu zbrodni.
There is no fallen spotlight in those pictures. Do you know how it happened?
If it's not in those pictures, it had to have happened recently. And because I work for the FBI, you can probably guess who to ask.
Yes, I think I can.
Miejsce wycieku gazu.
Someone should look at that place where the gas is leaking to check if it really was caused by the earthquake.
Absolutely, they certainly should.
Malowidło na ścianie.
That's a hell of a lot of blood.
Have you noticed how evenly spread it is? No actual stains. And I don't think blood is particularly good for painting.
It definitely isn't. What did he hold the blood in? With what did he paint? I saw a brush somewhere around.
Malowidła na ścianie.
Do you have any idea what he meant to say with that painting?
That's one of the reasons you're here. Come on, I know you can figure it out.
Okej, porozmawialiśmy z Keirą na wszystkie tematy. Dobra. Reflektor został przewrócony. Mogę wejść na ulicę. Teoretycznie chciałbym podejść jeszcze raz do tego grubego policjanta i z nim porozmawiać.
If I'm saying I told you something, then I told you. You think I'm lying?
No, not that. Maybe you just forgot.
No, Edwards. Forgetting is your specialty. Look, our dear guest from France has finished. So what did we overlook? Or maybe we can help you with something.
Plac budowy.
Down in the corridor, there's a door leading to the building site.
And?
It probably would be useful to look there.
Maybe it will surprise you, but we looked at the building site over the fence. The other side of the door is filled with more pallets. So, wait for it. So it's hardly possible that someone would have gone through there. And so it's useless to interest ourselves in the building site. They call that, dear miss, a deduction, you know?
A jak oni będą tak dedukować, jak dedukują do tej pory, no to Sherlock z niego nie będzie. Czwarty technik.
So originally there were 4 of those structural engineers. What about the 4th one? The one who survived? Who is he?
Jacek. Yeah, but he wasn't there with them. Reputedly, they rushed the work too much. Something broke loose somewhere and wounded him. He had to go to the hospital, and that saved his life. He won't have much to tell us about what happened here.
Analiza krwi.
I assume you've seen the blood test results? Anything interesting?
Sure, of course I have. We don't dismiss any evidence. And if something like that is found, of course we try to utilize it. I'm not a novice. I know that every little...
To the point, please. The blood tests.
I only wanted to emphasize we certainly haven't underestimated anything. According to the analysis, the blood belongs to 3 subjects. One of them has been confirmed to be one of the 3 structural engineers. To confirm the other 2 is only a matter of time.
I already have some information from the folder we received. Is there anything new?
Nothing I know about, but there is one strange thing. You probably know how much blood the average male adult has.
4 litry, 5 litrów, 6 litrów krwi. Ma zdrowy dorosły człowiek.
More than 6 liters?
Too much, it's about 5. And now think about cutting the throats of 3 people. Or even just 2. You'd expect more blood around here, wouldn't you? That man had it planned, I'll tell you that.
That sounds logical.
Logical thinking won't help you much, miss, when you don't have enough practical experience. Luckily for this case, I've got both.
Koniec rozmowy.
That will be all for now.
A na kursach z pierwszej pomocy uczą, że dorosły człowiek ma 6 litrów krwi. O kurde, tu też mamy dużo opcji dialogowych. Zmiany na miejscu zbrodni.
I feel there's something down there which doesn't match the photos we've got. Do you have any ideas about that?
What do you mean exactly?
Biblia, reflektor.
Don't tell me that it was lying there that way when you discovered it.
Well, how to say it? Someone has knocked down the spotlight, one of us, but luckily everything was already documented.
I see. And it was you?
Me? No, it...
Damn, does it really matter who did it? Well, it just happened, not that it was such a tragedy.
Naprawa reflektora.
Wouldn't it be better to stand up the spotlight again and switch it on? I need to see the place in the same state it was then.
I don't think the boss would object to that.
Edwards, keep those comments of yours to yourself, will you?
Plac budowy.
In the church cellar, there is a door leading to the building site.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about it. I've been to the room under the stairs only. Maybe the boss would know something.
Jak odkryto miejsce zbrodni?
Who discovered the crime scene? Do we know anything about him?
Thomas Stout, the church custodian. He's in his late 70s, but refuses to let someone younger take over. I've known him for more than 20 years. In fact, he was not supposed to go there. The structural engineers from Argo told him clearly that it may be unstable.
Let me guess. He went to discreetly check if they weren't stealing something?
I wouldn't blame him for that, it's his work. Moreover, 2 years ago the roof was repaired, and indeed several things were stolen. And if he hadn't gone there, we would have found it much later.
Informacja na temat miejsca zbrodni.
The place where you found the blood. Is there anything else I should know about it?
I actually haven't searched there too much. I don't even have necessary training for that. It's underground. Not many people go there. Actually, it's much bigger, but a part of it is closed.
I've already opened the doors.
Oh, as you may have discovered for yourself already, it really stinks there. Probably some kind of gas leak.
Hipotezy na temat miejsca zbrodni.
And what do you think about it? The blood, 3 missing persons. You probably have an opinion.
What do you want to hear? 3 people went missing and there's a wall painted with blood inside. Damn, what's happening with this world? When I see something like that in a movie, I always wonder how these people can think up such things. And now we have it here.
You haven't told me much.
All right, I'll put it another way. I've walked these streets for ages and I've seen a lot, but nothing like this. It's completely new to me. I've never seen anything like that. When it gets public, things will change here a lot. Fear is a terrible thing.
But that's only talk. What about a suspect? Could it be someone local?
Local? No way, forget about that. Someone local? I know these people, none of them did that. At least I hope not. It'd be horrible.
Krew z obrazu.
Do you know anything about the blood those paintings are painted with?
Well, at first we thought it was paint.
Or at least we hoped it was.
But of course it's not. There was another possibility. That it was animal blood. But no. And as if that wasn't enough, the results show the blood belongs to 3 different people.
So the analysis is complete?
Well, I had to hurry it along a bit, but you know.
It's partly done. I haven't seen the report. It's not my business after all. But they managed to identify one of the samples. They say it belonged to a structural engineer from the Argo company. Foreigner. Czech, I think.
Yeah, check. Joseph Orel.
Those 2 brothers from Argo are missing too. Hungarians who disappeared together with him. So it's not hard to guess who the rest of the blood belongs to.
Niedawne trzęsienie ziemi.
The earthquake. It was quite disastrous, wasn't it?
It was costly, and it's going to be worse. A tree fell on my car. I may as well scrap it now. My mother-in-law took my usual parking space that day, so she really owes me. Our house has a crack 2 stories high. The water supply is off, and it's going to take ages before they repair it. Thank God no one was hurt, but it's going to cost.
No dobra, porozmawialiśmy sobie z funkcjonariuszem Edwardsem i kapitanem Burke na wszystkie tematy. Wiemy, że doszło tutaj do kilku zmian na miejscu zbrodni. Nie były one wykonane celowo, ktoś przewrócił reflektor. I był to prawdopodobnie Edwards.
It wouldn't stand long with one of its legs broken.
Okej, bez jednej nogi długo nie postoi. Odłamana noga.
I doubt it will be possible to attach it back onto the spotlight. It's too twisted for that. But maybe I can use it for something else.
Może będę mógł tutaj wkręcić tego pręta.
To fix that long, heavy bar to the spotlight would probably be quite complicated. There must be a simpler solution.
Odłamana noga jest przekrzywiona. Albo w jakiś sposób będę musiał ją naprostować, albo będę musiał skrócić tego pręta. No dobra. Ale słuchajcie, moi drodzy, ja myślę, że do miejsca zbrodni powrócimy w kolejnym odcinku. Mamy tutaj zapewne dużo rzeczy do odkrycia. A tymczasem dzięki wielkie za uwagę, trzymajcie się i do usłyszenia. Hej!